if Prince Charming poisoned Sleeping Beauty 'cause she rejected him a moment before? And what if fairy tales don't have happy endings? What if they end up in war? What if the bad guy wasn't the bad guy? What if the hero wasn't really good? What if the damsel in distress was living her life and he took her away from the one she loved? What if Prince Charming poisoned Sleeping Beauty 'cause she rejected him a moment before? And what if fairy tales don't have happy endings? What if they end up in war? What if the bad guy wasn't the bad guy? What if the hero wasn't really good? What if the damsel in distress was living her life and he took her away from the one she loved? What if Prince Charming poisoned Sleeping Beauty 'cause she rejected him a moment before? And what if fairy tales don't have happy endings? What if they end up in war?
Good morning, Arroyo, Seco. This is CNN. I'm Kayla, and today is Thursday, May 20th. Please stand for the flag salute.
Please stand for the flag salute. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated.
Love to Read Book Club will be meeting in room 507 on Thursday. Come and discuss great books every other week in this exciting new club. Interested in making friends while winning medals at local and state levels on an academic level? The Academic Decathlon team at Saugus brings motivated students to an informal classroom to compete and have fun together. It looks really good on college applications and there are no GPA requirements. If you're interested, you can attend our after-school meeting on Thursday, May 26th from 3:15 to 4:15. For more information and to meet the team. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to jenw.shs@gmail.com. Let's go to Mikhail with this week's world news.
Right now in world news, Ukraine's city of Mariupol officially fell as the last soldiers were removed from the Mariupol metalworks. On Monday, 264 badly wounded fighters were evacuated to areas held by Russian-backed rebels. The next day, 7 buses were seen leaving that area. Shortly after, Russian prosecutors said they would be questioning the Ukrainian fighters as an investigation for what is known as Ukrainian regime crimes against Donbas civilians. The Ukrainians have made gains in the western part, as it is reported that Russia has lost 1/3 of the troops sent to invade Ukraine. Also in Pakistan and India are going through a heat wave. Parts of Pakistan have reached over 122 degrees Fahrenheit. These record-breaking temperatures have created the hottest March in more than a century. This has caused rapid melting of glaciers high in the Himalayas, causing flooding that has wiped out most bridges downstream, devastating Pakistan's transport systems. That's all for me, now back to you in the studio.
All library books are due and should be returned to the library. Make sure that you bring a surfer book. No more checkouts will be allowed as everything must be returned. Speaking of the library, congratulations to Neri Diaz. Neri was the top librarian patron of the year. He checked out 166 books. 8th grade text return is today, and 7th graders will return theirs tomorrow. You will return them to the library during your PE period. Let's take a look at the progress again.
Textbook returns are coming. This is the process you use to return your books. You can pause here to use baby wipes to wipe your gross books off, and please don't touch my stuff in the hallway. Wait your turn here until you're told which check-in computer station to go to. Station A, Mrs. Goodwin. Station B, Mrs. Wayman. Or all the way around to Station C with Mrs. Kosick. After your books have been scanned in, you will take them to the appropriate aisle and leave them in a pile of 3, and then proceed to the exit. You will exit out the front door and go back around to PE. Textbook returns are coming soon. You will return your textbooks during your PE period on May 19th for 8th graders and May 20th for 7th graders. Your teacher will bring you to return your textbooks as a class. It is important that you are responsible and bring your books on that day. It is not your mom, dad, brother, sister, aunt, grandma's responsibility to bring your textbooks to school. It is yours. You carry them twice a year. You will be okay, I promise. The only way you can be cleared by the library is to carry your textbooks to the library on the return day during your PE class and get them scanned in at a computer station. Let me repeat, scanned in at a computer station. You will then take them to the stacks. Your books have not been turned in until you bring them to a computer to be scanned, and then you take them to the stacks.
Do not drop them off and do not have your parents bring them. Your books will be distributed next Friday. There will be a special schedule, and of course, you need your pens to sign your friends' yearbooks. As the amount of product you are getting goes down, the price in which you are getting for it goes up. This is known as shrinkflation. Let's take a look at that.
All know we are experiencing inflation. The cost of everything is going up, so companies have to decide if they are going to raise prices to keep up with the price of their materials. However, there is a strange phenomenon called shrinkflation taking place. Shrinkflation has been a standard practice by companies for many years. Companies are decreasing the amount they are selling while making it look the same, so they end up cutting their prices in size while charging you the same, hoping you won't notice. The weight of items is ever so slightly be decreased so consumers wouldn't notice. One example is fewer chips in the bag. Doritos has decreased the size of its bags from 9.75 to 9.25 ounces. Wheat Thins have also made its family-sized products smaller, lowering its weight. For Gatorade, Hourglass their bottles and indented the bottom, decreasing the amount of liquid.
So what is shrinkflation? Shrinkflation is the process of items shrinking in size, quantity, or quality, while their prices remain the same. Companies practice shrinkflation to prevent themselves from inflation from their producers. It is mainly practiced in common foods, such as chips, drinks, and etc. To get a better understanding, an example of when shrinkflation was practiced in 2014 when Coca-Cola reduced the amount of liquid in a bottle from 2 liters to 1.75 liters. They do this so they can charge consumers for a higher price, which means if a bag of chips originally had 20 chips in it, which cost about $2.75, companies would take away 5 chips and still keep the same price. Now you're aware of shrinkflation. Watch out for those prices.
Have a great day, and remember, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.